Alright, hello guys, Lucas Megumin here again, talking about Icicle. Let's try to be quick on this video. So in the last one that I uploaded, I thought that was maybe going to give up on Icicle. People are also saying that Icicle is not good in the beginning of the season 3 and blah blah blah. That Icicles are going to appear only when we have the 206 gear, which is not very true, okay? I did many tests on Icicle and yes, it's playable, it's okay to play, depending on the gear that you have right now, on the status and on the Muku shift, for example, if you have upgraded. The first point that you need to know is that it was a thing that I was kinda a bit confused in the beginning. We know that once we use Muku shift, we are going to increase the critical, right? And the idea on Icicle is for us to have a lucky higher than the critical. But when we use Muku, critical is going to increase, and if you saw, the lucky decreased. So this is going to be a bit harder to do a proper combo. Why this happens? The lucky strike, not the lucky strike, sorry, the lucky decreased because of some talents that you have. For example, this one, it's going to boost the highest status, okay, among those here by 3.5% as a final value. So when we use Muku shift, the critical is going to surpass the lucky. So that talent is going to be applying now to critical, not lucky. That's why lucky is going to decrease. Plus, if you use, hold on, modules, lifewave module, we know as well that it is going to buff in 10%, of course, when we have a change in the HP, is going to buff in 10% the highest status. So again, when you use Muku and the critical surpass the lucky is going to decrease and the critical that is going to be increased, right? But this is going to be solved when you build more gear, when you embed with CGUs your items and so on. So take a look. It's because I removed one piece of my gear for you to see. What's this one? Yeah. And then with there is going to be a point that your luck is going to be high enough for the critical not to surpass, and this change is not going to take effect. So your luck is not going to decrease. Take a look when I use Muku. You see, so the luck is still the highest status. Of course, right now I'm not having the buff applied from the lifewave module because this is going to be applied only when my HP changes. So normally during the dungeons, during the boss, and so on. All right. So this problem is solved. The lucky is always going to be higher than your critical, so you are going to be fine. All right. Now, second, dividing the chapters of the video. Second, Imagines. Not sure if you guys saw it, and as well, I did a comment in the previous one that Igorius was going to be would be a nice option for Icicle. This one, which is kinda like a buffed Muku shift, I would say. However, Igorius is going to be better than Muku only on tier 3. And in my case, I'm not going to build Igorius. For me, it's too much items, too much things to build Igorius. And I'm going to focus on another Imagine this season. Okay? So, if you are not a super rich person, if you do not want to have more headache, if you are more like a casual player like me, my suggestion is not to build Igorius. You are going to continue with Muku shift, okay? And the second, Imagine, I have boys, and I'm going to focus on boys this season. My boys is tier 1 still, so Muku Scout is still better, but boys is going to be better when it reaches tier 3. I have a lot of material, so it's going to be very soon in tier 3. But boys is not so flexible, I would say, especially because we don't know what comes in the next season and so on. So I saw already many icicles, many people using Rorola, for example, which is more versatile, you know. So you can go for Rorola, or you can go with boys, or you can stay in Muku Scout if you do not have many items and so on. Personally, I'm going to focus on boys this season, okay? But remember, you have the options. Igorius plus boys, Muku Shift plus boys, Muku Shift plus Muku Scout if you have, Muku Shift with Rorola. Okay, people, those are the possibilities for Icicle on this season, talking about Icicle. In my opinion, okay? This video is based on the studies that I did, because yes, I did some studies in Icicle. What else? Combo. My combo is fine. Sometimes, of course, it's not going to trigger the meteors and blah, blah, blah because of the lucky strike and so on. But right now, it's fine. I'm going to continue with boys right now. Even the Muku Scout is better, just for you to see. Ah, by the way, talking about the modus, I was able, and by the way, for you guys, if you are having difficulties with your lucky in the beginning of the season, try to build a lifewave max level. Even if you do not have the others here, attack speed, critical focus, and so on, try to put at least a life wave, because this is going to help you, okay? And then you can remove later, all right? I was lucky to find a combination that I still have the attack speed and critical plus life wave, everything on the maximum. So I'm going to stay this way for now, okay? So yeah, life wave, very important, especially in the beginning. Combo. So imagine this. Ball, ultimate, another ball, blizzard buff, and everything is going to occur automatically, as you guys know. Attack speed is going to be pretty high, using another ball, and yeah, I stopped doing the combo because no lucky, but it's still okay. Alright guys, we know that again in the beginning of the season is going to be pretty difficult and blah blah blah, but there is going to be one specific thing that I believe is going to help us a lot. So, another chapter now, talking about another thing. Factors. I did some tests in some factors as well. The orange ones. By the way, my level right now, this is this week 2. Today Sunday, week 2 of the season 3. And this week we are going to reach on level 55. Possibly, because I really need to use this specific factor, right? Which is going to be another orange one. So, the first orange one that I recommend for you guys to use is the same of the builds on the max roll that you found and so on, which is this one for the ball, the Crystal Veil skill. What is going to happen? When you reach a specific energy of illusion, you are going to cast another ball automatically, which is going to help you to generate frost crystals, right? And you are also going to get the buff of ultra cold, which is going to increase your damage. Lucas, I'm confused with this illusion energy. The illusion energy is going to be accumulating according to the blue factors, okay? For example, this one about meteor. Each meteor that you are going to cast is going to generate 44 illusion. And also this other one, Permafrost. When you use Permafrost, 400 illusion energy. Lucas, how do I know how much illusion energy I have right now? There is no way to know, okay? There is no a thing here saying how much illusion energy you have right now, okay? Maybe they are going to put later. Maybe we are going to have someone doing like a tool for us to see, but for now we don't have. Okay, so basically, as you saw, for this ball, the Crystal Veil, 514 points, then I'm going to cast a ball. I have this one giving 400. Let me show to you. Okay, let me try to cast some meteors. Yeah. Maybe next time. Anyways, meanwhile, let's continue. The other one that we have, I can show you my inventory, is this one, the second one that we are going to use in the level 55. When you reach this amount of points of illusion energy, you are going to cast a blizzard. Why this is going to be interesting and can be triggered more than one time? Why this is interesting? There is a talent. Where is it? Hold on, guys. This one. Well, in my understanding, this talent here, it's saying, okay, we are going to have the blizzard being bypassed the cast, okay, because of the 15 stacks and so on. But it's saying that when we use the blizzard, the damage is going to be increased, and this is going to trigger Lucky Strike. So if I'm right, okay, every time that the blizzard is triggered by that factor, we are going to have Lucky Strike on. Why Lucky Strike is important? Because of our main talent to deal the damage with the Meteor Storm. When we use the Frost Lance, and when it triggers critical plus Lucky Strike together, a Meteor is going to be cast automatically. Alright? So this, if I'm correct, Lucky Strike is going to be on a lot of time for help us. Okay? So, to show to you the previous factor of the Crystal Veil, you see, I reached the amount of illusion energy and the ball was cast. And my frost crystals are going to be increasing. Okay, so this is also going to help us. Now, let me change the factor for you to see. Remove and put the one for Blizzard. Okay, let's wait for the permafrost. All right. So you are going to see, remember that the amount of energy for us to cast the blizzard, according to this factor, is 240. In the moment that I use permafrost, it's going to give way more. So I'm going to be able to cast a blizzard already. Take a look. Permafrost, one auto attack blizzard cast. You know, so the combo is going to change a bit as well when we have those two factors enabled. How the combo is going to work? You are going to use again the Imagines, Ball, the ultimate, and now you are going directly to the permafrost. You don't need to use Blizzard right now. Blizzard is going to be used in the middle of your combo. Okay, of course, because we have we have how to bypass the casts. Okay, because I already have the stacks. So take a look, more or less. Imagines, ball, ultimate, another ball, permafrost, blizzard automatically. And now in the middle of the combo, I'm going to use another blizzard. And if I'm lucky enough, I'm going to have another blizzard being triggered as well. Again. So you see, Blizzard is going to be on a lot of time. This is going to help us a lot, okay? So imagine, guys, when we are able to use those two factors together. I believe this is going to be very important for Icicle, and this is going to boost a lot the combo plus the damage. Okay? So this is everything about the factors. Lucas, what about the third factor for Icicle that you have? I did some tests. This one. For the frost lens. Okay, basically when you use permafrost and when you reach this amount of points, the frost crystals are going to be increased by 2. Remember, frost crystal is this one. Instead of 4, we are going to be able to have 6, but only during the permafrost. It's not very interesting because with high status, our crystals are not going to over. Okay, and yeah, that's it. That's why it's not interesting, but I tested. Is more or less okay. For now, keep the other 2. Okay, people, what else I can tell you? Nothing, I guess. So my gear 220 for now. Some of them I had put some CGs already to help me unlucky, and yeah, I'm doing a pretty good damage. All right. Any other thing for me to show you? I don't think so. Let me change the factor again. And let me try to do another combo. Bye bye. Factor. Okay. Imagines, ball, ultimate, ball again, blizzard buff. Okay, now it's better. Go Megumi! Explosion! 40 stacks? 40 stacks? 40? 40? 40? 39. So you see guys, it's still good. Icicle. Not the best in the beginning of the season, but it's still good. Okay? Remember about boys. Boys for me now is not the best choice because my boys is tier 1. Okay? So yeah, people. Have fun with Icicle. Do not give up. Icicle is super fun, super amazing. And that's it for today. Alright? Status of my character. Critical is a bit low still, but we are going to be increasing according to advancing the season. Okay? Mwah. See you.